Okay, sorry about that. My stream decided to yeet and self-delete. So like I was saying, I will never hate a person unless they do something to deserve it. I protect everyone and anyone in my stream because I care for them. They are family to me. I love them. No homo. I love them as family. And sorry that the stream decided to say yeet. But like I said, everyone who is in my stream, I love them as family. I will never hate them. I will always care. I will always be here if you need to vent to me. Friggin' vent. Hi, Tay. Sorry, my last stream died. Hold on. Oh. Psycho, you're gonna make me cry. Stop being so wholesome. Psycho, why? Stop being so wholesome. You're too wholesome for me. You're too wholesome for me. Psycho. I'm not amazing. But like I said, if y'all need me, I'm always here. I'm always here. I will always care and stuff like that. Yo, did my sub count just go up one? What the heck? Did I see something wrong? I probably missed all that. I don't know. Yeah, I probably missed all that. I don't care. My eyes aren't right now. Nor is my breathing. Allergy issues suck. But, God, Psycho, you're too wholesome. God damn it. You're too wholesome. I'm not amazing. Oh, you're too wholesome. You're amazing, not me. God damn it, I'm crying now. I'm not physically crying, but I'm crying. Oh, oh my god. Psycho, you're too wholesome. No, it's fine. I love you too. But, wait, I changed your life. What? Like I'm crying, but I can't physically cry. Which sucks, because anytime I need to let out a few tears, I can't physically do that anymore. Alright, I'm fine. Wait, no, I'm not fine. Okay, I'm fine, and I know I'm fine. And I friggin' love you too. No homo, though. I love you as family. I love you all as family. That's why I'm so protective. You are all my children. And I protect all of you. Oh my god. Thank you. Hell, I used to think it's kind of funny, cause a few years back, before I left school, I used to be such a sweet little innocent pacifist. I used to be such a pacifist-like person. I would never try and harm anyone. I would always be kind, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you cry.
Are you done?
No, go. I'll call you in a bit. Don't come back until I call you. Please. But, like, when I was in elementary, before I went to middle school, I used to be such a pacifistic person that anytime someone would be mean to me, I'd usually cry. And, anytime I would cry, I would just think, no, crying is weak. Crying is something I should not do. And I force-stopped that. And I used to consider myself weak for being so kind and so dumb and forgiving bad people when they shouldn't have been forgiven. But I did it anyway because I was that type of person. I thought everyone deserved many chances, as bad as they were. And now thinking about it, the person who I gave many of chances, I should have probably not given it to them because in the end, they screwed me over. Mentally. They screwed me over mentally. And basically, how they did it, how they screwed me over mentally is, for one, they were a bully of mine. I know. But I meant weak as in, I'm nice, I'm kind, but I give too many chances. I give too much forgiveness to a person who has been basically a rude person to me their entire whole freaking life. I gave them so many chances, and they were always mean to me. One way or another. They were always mean to me. Hey, goofball. Hey. Oh, God. I'm crying thinking about this. And I know. And, like, the sad thing is in high school, I finally, not high school, middle school, in middle school, this dude, I'm not gonna say his name, but this kid, who was always mean to me for years, who once called me white trash. No. Yeah, he once called me white trash. Yeah, that sucked. I cried. He tried blowing it off, like, oh, hey, look, there's trash, and he pointed to me. And I was like, what? I told the teacher, and he was like, no, I was pointing around the trash next to your foot. And I'm like, dude, there was no trash by me. Yeah, he had to, spend, like, a week by me and learn 3 good things about me. And I had to help him. He literally could not find any good things about me. I had to help him because I was that kind. I was that type of person who, even though someone screws me over mentally, I'm still kind. I'm still like, oh, here are some good things about me. And for a year, he was actually kind to me. And then after that year, he was still kind, but he parted. And then in middle school, he started being that freaking a-hole again to me. He started referring to my dead cats. Saying all the dead cats like it was a song. Because I had cats who died in the past. And he even, in the past, during elementary, said, "Oh, your cat's probably happy to be in heaven and not have to deal with you." And that was after a day I had to go to therapy. Because when my cat died, that screwed me over badly. Because at that point in time, a few years back, when my cat Tabby died, I was like super suicidal, so I had to go to therapy one day. And when I went to school, I was talking with my best friend about what happened, and she was trying to comfort me and stuff. She was a really good friend, and I freaking miss her. I really miss her. Because she was like the best friend I had at that moment. And the bully overheard and was like, "I bet he's glad that he doesn't have to deal with you anymore." And I broke down because of him. And the teacher and Gabby tried to help me out. Gabby was mad. She was full on mad. She was raged. And the teacher pulled me away and was like trying to calm me down and stuff like that. And back to the middle school thing, he kept on referring to all the dead cats and stuff like that, and it really triggered me. It really did. But soon enough, I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna listen, and I'm gonna do what my mom and dad tells me. I'm gonna ignore him, and maybe he'll stop. Maybe he'll leave me alone. So I started ignoring him, and it worked. He left me alone for a good while. And then he started calling me something in Spanish. And I didn't understand it. I really didn't, but I kept on ignoring him. I kept on ignoring him. Like as if he wasn't there. And at lunch, he'd cut in front of me. And to see his friends, and was like, "Hey, Chinga. Hey, Chinga." And I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know what it meant. But all the people who were around me looked at him like he was insane. Some were giving him the death look, some were giving me a pitiful look, and some were just staying dead silent. And I was confused. I was like, wait, what is he talking about? But I didn't ask. I ignored him. I left him alone. And then one day, I made a stupid decision. I left the lunchroom after he said that. And the worst part was, when he said it that last time, or the last few times, he's like, "Oh, that's fine. She don't mind. She's my friend." My friend. Like, dude, you are not my friend. And it's funny how he said that with so much confidence. So much confidence. He's like, "Oh, it's fine. She's my friend." It made me want to laugh. It made me want to say, "When the heck have you ever been my friend?" It was funny at that point in time, so I simply just left the lunchroom. Because I didn't like eating much at lunch. I really didn't. I usually passed up lunch. Either that or I passed up breakfast. I don't know. It was either one of the two. I would always eat either during lunch or during breakfast. I don't know. Sometimes I avoided breakfast or lunch because I just didn't want to eat in the morning, or didn't want to eat in the middle of the day after I had stuff in the morning. But either way though, I went. Yeah, I know. I was looking at him like, "Boy, we aren't friends. We aren't friends. When were we ever friends?" Now, I didn't say anything to him. I went to my actual friends who were out on their phones. Mind you, phones weren't actually allowed. They were allowed if you needed to make a call to your parents or a call for some sort of emergency. Well, I told them, hey, can you look up what this word meant? And they said sure. Now, I didn't have a phone at that time. I really didn't. So that was kind of annoying. I couldn't look up what the heck it meant. So I asked them, and, well, what they said was it translated to white bitch. That's what it said. Now, I'm not sure if that's really what it meant. They weren't sure if that's what it really meant. But boy, you best bet I had fire in my eyes. I had literal burning flames. Well, not literal, but I was mad. I was like, no, I'm done. I'm not putting up with this. So I go to a teacher. I finally try and stand up for myself instead of being a weak little pitiful person I was in elementary. And I finally was like, hey, this dude called me a white bee. Now, mind you, I didn't like cussing. I really didn't. Especially not at school. I might have accidentally let a few words slip at home when I was mad. Because I kind of got it from my parents. I don't know what the heck that accent was, but don't ask. And stuff like that. And they were fine with it, as long as I was hurt. If I stubbed my toe, I could have go, oh, F this, that hurt. But if I didn't, I couldn't randomly say, F this dumb game. Like, I couldn't do it like that. So, I went to a teacher, and I'm like, hey, this dude's calling me white bee. And I, like, whispered to her, white bitch. And she's like, nah, that's probably homie slang. And I'm looking at her, just staring at her, and I'm like, but it's not homie slang. He's been freaking bullying me for years. How would that be homie slang? And she's like, oh, I don't know, maybe he wants to change. Boy, if he wanted to change, he could have said, hey, I'm sorry for all the stuff that I did to you. Let's be friends instead of enemies. He could have said that, and I could have been fine. But saying, hey, white bitch, how you doing? Oh, it's alright, she's my friend, is not a way to, like, no. That teacher really got me raged, and what she said next really made me mad, and it really made my parents mad too. She said, oh, just tell him to stop if you don't like it. I looked at her like, what? I've been telling him to stop for years. For years, and he never did. And it's like, I'm like, okay. And so I walk away and I see him with his little gang. And I walk past at him and I tell him straight up, stop calling me Chinga. I told him straight up, that or stop calling me a white bitch. Told him that or stop calling me Chinga. And his little friend looked at me and was like, it's just a compliment. I turned around and I give him the death stare, the most deadliest death stare that I could give, and he immediately backed off. He immediately was just like, nope, nope, ain't doing that, nope. Now, I wasn't gonna harm anyone, because I'm not that type of person. I might have looked like I wanted to punch someone in their face, but I wasn't actually gonna hurt someone. Like, what would I do? I'm a weak friggin' 12-year-old. Or 11-year-old. I don't know what age I was at that time. But I was really mad. And mind you, I might have a bit of strength, but against a person who's taller than me and probably a lot stronger, I would not try and hit him. Not unless he hits me first. Because I know how to be kind. I'm not gonna straight up go to someone who's bullying me by words and hit him and be like, stop calling me this name. Now, if he physically bullied me, then heck yeah, I would fight back. But I do not fight unless someone throws the first punch. I will warn them, and if they do not heed that warning, I will beat them. I will end that fight then and there. I will hit them, and if they keep trying to throw and fight back, I will fight back as well. But yeah, I walked away from that little group, and I found my friend, Valerie. She was another friend of mine, and God, this is where it hurts. This is where it really hurts me. Because I went to her, well, I was walking by over to my little tree, because I was gonna sit down and draw. I was gonna sit down and draw and relax and kind of try and practice and not feel so friggin' mad. So I sat by my tree and started drawing, and next thing you know, Valerie comes up, and she's like, hey, can we talk? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And she's like, well, follow me, because I don't want to talk out in the open. And so I follow her, and I start talking with her, and she was apparently getting bullied by this one person. I can't say full details, but I can say this person wanted her to pay $20 for driving for... the bully of Valerie, who I will call VB, for standing for Valerie's bully, VB wanted Valerie to pay, apparently, I think $20 to drive to school and $20 to drive home. And I'm like, $20 a week? Maybe. That is good, depending on whether you got the money for it or not. And she's like, no. $40 a day. Driving me to school, and then driving me home. And I look at her, and I'm like, are you serious? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, have you told the teacher about this? Have you told anyone about this? And she's like, yes, but she just makes it seem like she's the victim or something like that. I don't exactly remember the conversation correctly, because it's been for years. Literally, it's been 3 years. I've been counting the years. And stuff like that. And I was talking to her, and I'm like, I can tell this kid to leave you alone. I can make them leave you alone. Give me the word. Give me their name. I will find them and make them leave you alone. I don't care what I have to do. Talk them to leave you alone? Or tell the teacher, and she's like, no, don't do that. Otherwise, you're gonna get hurt in some sort of way or another. Hello, Corrupted Sans. Hello, Air. And, frickin', she was telling me about her issues and how she was not wanting to eat and that she was apparently suicidal. And I'm like, look, I've been there, I've done that. But don't do suicidal. Don't try and harm yourself, because that's not good. It will never end good. And she's like, I know, and I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna end like that. And I promised Valerie, I would always be there. I would never leave. And if I do leave, I'd at least say goodbye before I would go. And, well, guess what? When I went to go home, I figured out I was going to see my cousins. And I completely forgot about the issue with my bully. I completely forgot about it until I was talking with my cousin, and his mom overheard, called my mom. I told my mom what happened, and she's like, "Why didn't you tell me beforehand?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I was excited to see my family. Or my cousins, or my friends. They aren't my blood cousins, but I consider them my cousins." And uh, well, the next week I was taken out of school. Full blown taken out. I wasn't going back. And what really hurt was the fact that I couldn't say bye. I couldn't go and talk to Valerie and say bye. I couldn't talk to Gabby. I couldn't explain to my friends where I was going, because it was late. It was already past breakfast. They were already in their class. And I didn't know where Valerie's class were. I knew where one of Gabby's classes were, but I wasn't in that class. I was only in one, which was late midday. So I left. I didn't say goodbye. I didn't explain why I was leaving, and I broke. I mentally and physically broke. It still hurts me to this day. And I know it's not my fault. It's not my fault I had to leave. It's not my fault that I was mentally abused by this a-hole of a kid and had to leave my friends that I had. And it's like, I had a lot of friends who supported me, who liked me, who cared, and I had to leave them. I had to leave that all behind, and it's better. It's better now because at least I'm not being mentally abused. I'm not being hurt anymore by some dumb kid who has some sort of personal vendetta against me. But it hurts because I miss that friend. They helped me out a lot. And it's been 3 years since I left. I've been counting the years. I've been counting the months and the years. And it hurts. I'm homeschooled now, Psycho, so there's no point of wishing you were with me in whatever school I would be. I'm never going back to school. Not any public school, anyway. If anything, I might be able to go to college. But heck, I might take that online. I might have no real social interaction again with anyone. Until once I get a job, at least. I do have a bit of social interaction every now and again when I get out of the house. And I can't socialize with people, not much anymore. Anytime I'm around people, like actual people, I feel sick. But with here, I know I got people I can trust. I have people who support me. I have friends. I consider y'all family. And I care for y'all. It's why I'm so protective. Yeah, I'm sorry about that corrupted sans. It's kind of funny. We all seem similar in our own ways. We all have some sort of issue we deal with. Yeah, and I know you're all here. That's why I'm always happy when I'm able to live stream or reply to your comments or talk to you in the live. Excuse me. It's why I'm always happy with y'all. No! Sorry, I unmodded you accidentally. No, it won't let me there. But, yeah. I know you want me to happy, and I am happy with you. Oh my god, it's this. I love this one. I love this one. This one is good, and I love it. This is actually pretty cute and funny. And like I said, this is why I love y'all. This is why I consider everyone family. After this, I'm gonna check if Corrupted Sands is a mod. If not, I'm gonna mod you immediately. Yes, I love this part. This is my favorite part. That's also my favorite part. I love this. Like this is my little favorite video. I showed this to my mom the other day and she was like laughing at it. In a funny way. Anywho, time to see if you are a mod. Corrupted Sands. You are not a mod. Time to mod you. Also, I'm sorry for the loss, Corrupted. Yes, I feel a bit better, Psycho. Trust me, if anything, it's just one of my moods. I'm like super sad and depressed one second, and then I'm like happy the next. It's like so odd because I go through a lot of emotions at the same time. Oh my goodness, it's a doggo! I love doggos. They're so cute. Corn! Oh. Oh, no, that's adorable. Oh, I love this. That's one wholesome doggo. I love this doggo. They're so